think I'd be making 2 videos about emotions and things like that in a row. But quarantines got me overthinking a lot. It's been great at some points, terrible at others. I'm making this before I work out just so I'm not out of breath, and I'm gonna make this kind of quick just so the earlier I work out the better, so I'm not interrupted by dinner because I can't work out after I eat. But yeah, so I have people that support my channel. My friend Yamira, love her, she's great. And then a certain boy that I've mentioned in past vlogs. I don't know why, but I always get dependent on people really easily because I don't trust them that well. So like if someone gives me a good enough reason for me to be like, okay, I trust you, that's great. Like some people it takes me months to be able to trust them. Others I could trust them after one conversation. It all just depends on the atmosphere, how I met them, all that stuff. So people at school, I tend to have a lot harder time trusting because I have kind of been picked on in the past and stuff like that. But online, I've also been picked on and stuff like that. But I'm at least strong enough to put myself out there. I'm strong enough to set up a camera, talk to you guys, not give up if people make fun of me, because this is something I enjoy. I like doing this, but social media can be really negative, and we're learning about stuff like this in my English class right now, and we actually started learning about it the day that while I was actually working on my emotionally depending on others video. So yeah, that was interesting, and I don't know if there's anything that's called when you depend on others to like make you feel things, because like there were times where I would be sitting in my room feeling like numb or like not like feeling anything because I would either not be talking to anyone or like things like that. Like I'm a very paranoid person. Like my mind, like some people go to like best case scenario, or the other thing of best and worst case scenario, my mind immediately goes to worst case scenario. It also doesn't help that like there's a thing called maladaptive daydreaming where people like daydream or like their mind will shift off. No, like I will literally like act out like interactions that will never happen. Like I've interactions where I went to school with people that like I knew, and I would have a phone conversation where I would be walking. I literally sometimes got it so bad where I couldn't stop it, where I would have to put my phone on my ear so people didn't think I was just talking to myself as a crazy person. It looked like I was talking on the phone, or like luckily when I had my headphones in, it looked like I was talking to someone through my headphones. But like spaces like where you've really like vivid immersive daydreams, and sometimes they're like really helpful and things like that, but other times they can like destroy me. Like the ones that specifically like with guys I like, I have like these daydreams and I'm like, oh, I wish that could happen, but I know it never will. And then either I never would be close to the guy, or I would be close to the guy, and then for some reason slowly our connection would just be lost. That actually happened recently. I started and ended talking to like 2 guys during this quarantine. Nothing like, oh yeah, like we were talking like a relationship, like this one kid did want a relationship with me, and for some reason once I said yeah fine sure, he unadded me on Snapchat, and I don't know if he blocked my number or not, but yeah, that was interesting. I think that was a span of like 2 weeks or something. Um, and I knew I trusted, and I was willing to trust him enough to the point where I allowed myself to fall asleep on FaceTime. I typically would end FaceTime before I'd fall asleep. That's just the person I am. Like, I don't let others see me at a vulnerable state because they can twist things or say things. I've only ever fallen asleep on FaceTime with 2 guys. And one of them, that all ended a week ago, was the last time we really talked. And then I cried earlier today about this, but I decided, I sent him a paragraph and just making sure everything was okay because he hasn't talked to me in a while, like a good couple days. He was actually the person that all the time was based off of with the snap. There were longer ones, but since I snapped him, I went based off of that one. I was so used to, at 9:30, 10, FaceTiming him, and then at like 11:30, 11:45, midnight, starting to fall asleep, and him being willing, and him calling me cute, and like all this stuff. And he was one of the few guys that actually didn't want me for my body. A lot of guys are trash, and I know some are good, and society isn't really helping with, sorry, I'm hearing people walking upstairs, with how guys are, and with society being like, oh, girls' bodies should be this, this, and this. Guys are just feeding into that. And so when people that like me for who I actually am and not my body leave, I just go numb, and I rarely am willing to do anything, and I have to compensate with other things. But I got so used, because when we would FaceTime almost every single night, and it was great. Like, I enjoyed it. Like, I could have a bad day, but then once we were on FaceTime and I saw his face and heard his voice, I immediately got happy. And that wasn't because, like, oh yeah, he was happy. I just, like, got overjoyed. Like, I was literally, like, so excited. Like, I could, like, be away from my phone, but just knowing he's there made me over the moon. No one ever did that before. No one ever made me feel that way. No one ever made me feel that special. He never said he loved me, but like I never felt like anyone really, no guy specifically really cared that much about me. Cause like I told him, like, yeah, I'm like working out now, so like a bunch of guys are probably going to start signing in my DMs because I'll be in better shape. And he's like, you don't need to work out, blah blah whatever. I said, I'm just doing it, one, because I want to like improve my body, improve my muscle, like, because I'm naturally very weak, and well, more so, one, because of my back. Working on the parts of my body that I'm exercising will hopefully help improve it, because I do have scoliosis and a straight neck, and like I don't want to be reliant on anti-inflammatories because that can get dangerous. But and then I said, two, I want to work on my stamina, because like sometimes walking up and down the stairs I'm out of breath, going to and from class I'm out of breath, like it's annoying, and I want to work out to like build up that tolerance. And he, unlike some guys that like me who will like push me down and be like, oh, you're stupid, you're blah blah whatever, passed off like flirting. We're not in elementary school anymore. That's not how this works. You don't call someone with a learning disability stupid because it's okay that I call myself a dumbass, like, all that stuff, but that's just because, like, I'm joking around. Sometimes people are like, oh my god, you're so stupid, like, I can't tell if they're joking or not, but I feel like I might regret posting this video, but I don't care. This could be the only way that he hits me up in the first week. Because, no, he did snap me once on Monday or something. And I asked him, like, what was that about? Because it's, like, a weird snap. And he didn't respond. The last time we FaceTime was Sunday. And I was asking, like, hey, are we gonna FaceTime? And I was texting him and snapping him back, doing both, and nothing. And then we had this other app where I could see when he was online, and I would be snapping and texting him, and he would be online, so, like, I knew he would be on his phone. And it just, like, sucks because I looked back at the messages and it just made me sad. Because, like, we were so close, and I just feel like he pushed me away. And I feel like a lot of people do that because I can just do one thing and everything's wrong. And people really know, not very many people know why I do certain things that I do, or why I react certain ways, and being in quarantine hasn't been helpful because, like, academically I've been fine, but socially I feel like I'm, like, lacking interaction that helps me, like, function in the real world, because no, I'm not autistic, so I don't have, like, social IQ issues and things like that, but, like, reading something through a phone is really hard to comprehend when you have comprehension issues. Like, one of the reasons why I was failing the first grade is because I had comprehension issues and the teachers didn't know how to help me. So, like, the messages that some guys would send me, I'd be like, what do they mean by this? But, like, that one person that I'm talking about, the messages I completely understood. I can tell when things are a certain way. I didn't get text anxiety when I get anxious when I text people because I can't even comprehend my own messages sometimes. Like, oh, I want to say this, but I don't put it down. Like, I can speak things really fine. So, like, if you're one of my close friends, like, you'll get, like, a lot of, like, talking messages. Like, I'll be really sad to my friend, like, oh my god, that squirrel just scared me, like, saying it, like, and things like that. But, like, I would send him messages like that because I wouldn't know how to type it. And, or even when I did type stuff, I was able to understand it right away with him. But, like, with other guys, like, they'd be like, what do you mean? And I couldn't figure out how to explain it. And I would start to get, like, kind of anxious and, like, what if they take it the wrong way? What if they assume something about me? Blah, blah, whatever. But it's probably not a good idea to cry before I work out, because today's a hard day. But, like, clearly I would be snapping this kid while I'm working out. I'm like, oh my god, I successfully did, like, my 35-minute plank that I've been struggling with, blah, blah, everything. Like, oh my god, good job. But I'm like, yeah, but it hurts really bad, or, like, things like that. And he would, like, care about, like, how I'm feeling and shit. And then, like, I haven't heard from him for a week. Like, he looked at my story, didn't say anything. He hasn't been telling me that my vlogs are good. I don't think he's looking at my YouTube channel anymore. Like, I don't know how ghosting works, because people don't, like, ghost me, they just full of block me, unadd me, all that shit. But, where was I? But never really experienced that, but with the ghosting. But I feel like that's might be what he's about to start doing, is like he just ended our 99-day streak. We're supposed to hit 100 today, and his birthday's tomorrow. I'm still gonna tell him happy birthday, because like, in my opinion, we're still close friends. He might just be going through something and not talking anymore, but yeah. But I just hope this doesn't last too long, because you can tell it's taken a lot out of me. And yesterday while I was working out, I got nauseous, and typically I would snap him, and I opened my phone and I just stopped myself because I just couldn't do it. I just didn't want to be undelivered anymore. But and like, I was even going to be as crazy as to think is asking if we can be in a relationship. But that would be hard because we're in 2 different time zones, and like, I've never even been in a normal relationship, let alone I've never been in a long distance relationship, let alone a normal relationship. Like, my brand is that I'm perpetually single, that no one wants to date me. At least no one in my area. And if they do, it's mostly because they like my body. Like, every single person that likes me for my personality doesn't live near me at all. And it's annoying because the last time this actually happened was end of the summer of 2019. And we were like snapping a little bit. But there was one kid who actually I made a video about crying on my floor. The last time that happened was that long ago, and where I actually felt like I had a connection with someone. And the weird thing is, I didn't realize till later, half the time he was snapping me those faces he was making was because he was jacking off to me. Love my life. But this is what happens when I need. Like, I want to cry for this, but for some reason I'm not letting myself. I have to work out soon, but if they know who they are when I am talking, hopefully, and hey, my God, if you're watching this, I never unadd people, I never block anyone's numbers. I still wish that we were able to be in a relationship, even though life would be difficult, especially since you're going to be going to college soon, and we still live 3 hours away. And like, our time zone's 3 hours away, we live across the country. I would still be willing to do it. One of the few guys I actually would trust, that I'm not like friends with. Well, that I don't just want to be friends with. Like, if you see this and you want to, I will willingly do it, because I'm clearly not dating anyone. No one wants me, respect to my body, and all that fucked up shit. But I just don't know why I let myself get to this. Like, I could do so much better than letting guys and just people in general control how I feel. That was gonna be my 2020 resolution, is to not let people control how I feel and take out all the negative people in my lives. But I feel like the negative people in my lives are the ones that make me realize like the way why I am reacting certain ways, and that's the one that helped me think about certain circumstances and things like that. But yeah. Hi, post-workout Matisse coming at you. You can tell I feel a little better now. I feel like, I don't remember if I talked about this video, but like, he was one of the few people that I could actually like be myself around, because like in all my friend groups I'm like me, but like slightly different versions of me. Like some versions I suppress my energy, some versions I talk a little quieter, like just simple things like that, where like I can be loud sometimes. So like with this group I'll suppress my energy and my volume, and with this group I like won't care. All just depends. But yeah, and he was one of the few people I feel like I could just like be myself. I would have to suppress my volume though, because I didn't want my parents to hear me talking or laughing and things like that. But yeah, I thought that while I was working out, like I was really fully 100% myself with him, where like one of the boys I talked about earlier, the one that wanted to be in a relationship with me, and then I finally said yeah sure, and then he unadded me on Snap and I wasn't sure if he blocked my number. I wasn't 100% me with him. And then there's this other kid who actually was able to figure out who I was and why I was like this just by looking at my eyes. And I was like people typically think I'm like bubbly, or like I'm quiet, or like I'm a creepy person, or like I'm like a really big Disney person. But he was like, yeah, you feel like people only see for your body and things like that. And I wanted to try connecting with him again, because I actually like, I didn't want a relationship out with him, nothing. I just wanted to solely like be friends with him, because like we have a lot of similar passions, and also I feel like he could help me bring my music to the next level and maybe help me make a song. Like not necessarily like he'll do the backgrounding, I'll do the vocals of it. That like maybe that would be cool, but like I wouldn't mind if he like taught me like how to understand how to do music virtually. Ooh, she's strong. No, she not. No, she ain't. Oh, this side's getting there. But yeah. So now time for the outro. But thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. Twitter is at sugarpool019. TikTok is matisse.kaylee. Instagram is mcred_music. Don't forget to comment down below if you ever felt this way. Sorry, my phone ran out of storage, so the video cut off. But don't forget to like the video if you like my Flintstone shirt. It's great. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see posts like this, but also uploads not like this where I'm more happy, but also you will realize that half the time I'm not actually happy, and I'm just putting on it, I'm turning it on because I'm a YouTuber and we're only supposed to be happy. Yay. And don't forget to hit the bell. I'm not going to put on the bell, so I'm supposed to do that. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I post, because he used to, and I bet he turned off the notifications. But you should be, what would Yamira do? She would turn on the post notifications. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell. And that's it for today. Remember to always stay happy, keep smiling. Bye. Love you guys.